Bmore Calculated presents Calculated Conversations.
Calculated Conversations is your go-to podcast for all things 2A. We're diving into firearm education, breaking down the latest 2A news, and chopping it up with our fellow brothers and sisters in arms. Make sure you stay plugged in so you don't miss a beat.
2A conversations that we bring to you, our community. We say 2A our way. What does that mean? Everyday, ordinary people like you, I, to the shooters, the non-shooters, the beginners, to the experts, guns, and everything about them. To the popular, to the non-popular. We bring calculated conversations to you. Truly 2A our way.
So, first and foremost, welcome, Juan.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, I know. Look, your time is valuable. We know. Look, we understand. So we definitely get it. So I guess we're gonna do a quick little introduction. You wanna go ahead and lead off, bro?
All right, Crypto Ken. I think our audience pretty much knows who we are. But Crypto Ken, we just here to conversate, have a good time.
Backpack Kenny. So this is our latest installment to the channel. It's called Calculated Conversations. So we just sit back, we relax, we talk about 2A community stuff and kind of what pertains to it, even if it's not directly 2A, but how it helps mold and shape the community. We have a very, very special guest, and I really ain't got to say too much about this guy because this guy is the guy when it comes down to 2A content and 2A community. Juan, let the people know a little bit about yourself.
One very kind words. Thank you. But like I say, I'm just another one of us in the community trying to make the best of the situations that we do have, meaning that we try to maximize our potential with whatever level that we're at right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get caught up with what they don't have. I like to focus on what we do have and
that's true.
Make the best out of all the resources that we do have in front of us. And a lot of times that's a lot. We just don't realize it. So that's my mission. My mission is to show us that we can do such great things with what we have already. That's if I could sum it up.
I tell you what, I've been to 2 of his pew parties and I absolutely love them. Bruh, imagine shooting out of a helicopter at targets.
I can only imagine.
Well, I don't have to imagine because of that brother right there. That was something that came true. And it was very affordable and it was fun. Bruh, I can't wait to the next pew party. So hopefully you might give us a little insight here. If not, just let me know. We'll drop it on the channel for the people,
Yeah, no, definitely. Pew party is kind of happened on accident, and the response was overwhelming. So we kept it going, and honestly, it's a big honor to even be able to bring that to the community.
Bro,
a lot of times we're here and we see a lot of things that we see on YouTube, and we get used to consuming stuff on YouTube and don't think that we can actually do these things ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And have those experiences and live in those moments. And that's what Pew Party aims to do, is to bring everything that you believe is for the internet guys and the big famous guys, and bring it to everybody.
Yes, everybody get a chance. You know what? You know what's crazy? When I first talked to bro about doing even the gun club, leading up a chapter of urban sharpshooters, it was kind of like, you know what? When you look at certain aspects of the 2A community, it's not a lot of stuff out there for us, by us. You get what I'm saying? So we kind of have to follow the lead in certain, and for lack of better words. So I came to bro, I'm like, yo, man, we could do this. Why can't we have our own faces? Some people that can, trust in us and just look at us and understand that, look, we, like you said, Juan, just like regular old, ordinary people, 9-to-5ers or whatever you want to call it. And we ain't got to have the whole thing of like Chicago, Baltimore, it got to be that bang, bang, shoot 'em up, gang. No, we just regular guys that like guns and we enjoy the 2A community. Why can't we see regular people like us? And it don't have to be so extreme to where the point is, everything is gang related, violent, and all that stuff. Or on the up and up, you got to have a lot of money to get a lot of these toys, and which leads us into what we're talking about today, brand whorism.
Yep.
Having to save up to buy the staccatos, the aliens, and all that stuff. So yeah, man, you actually you gave the first Zoom call that I had with you was very inspirational. And I'm not saying it was kind of a thing. We just stumbled upon it, and it just gave me the motivation to be like, you know what, come on, bro, we can do this. We need more faces, so hopefully we can ignite, more people like us to start doing more stuff like us, and just having more out there for us to see and to grab. And man, Pew Party is a hell of a drive and a hell of a step in the right direction, because there's so many people from all over the damn world that comes that is you cannot not network. And you see a lot of people like us who's inspired by you. Yeah, man. And like I said, shooting out of a helicopter, bro.
I remember walking.
Shout out a helicopter.
Party. I remember walking at Pew Party and seeing one guy, and I noticed he had an accent. I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "I drove from Canada to be here." I'm like, "What?"
Damn.
It's a big deal. It sounds like, hey, it's a big deal. It's a big deal, man.
It's. I mean, I had people come from the Caribbean for it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just walking around the event and people telling me where they came from. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, they say, if you build it, the people will come, right?
If you built it, they will come.
Hey, they will come. So you built it, bro. And I tell you, just us in general, man. Just us in general. We just creative. We just a creative people. And sometimes, like Kenny said, all you need to do is just see it. Once you see it, it's like, oh, okay, I see what time it is. You know what I mean? And when you got brothers that come together and unify, just the energy and the synergy, just gets you going. So yeah, that's where we at, man.
One of the beautiful things about it is that typically when you see stuff of that magnitude, I mean, you had the last one, we had multiple helicopters there. We had to turn down helicopters because another individual wanted to fly. He owns one of the major manufacturers of the major gun brands. He wanted to fly in on his own private. He wanted to fly in on his own
helicopters.
He wanted to fly in, on his own private aircraft, and so when he hit me up, it sounded like a cool idea. So, but obviously, I have to let the aviation guys know who will be running the helicopter thing. I called them. I said, "Hey, we got the owner of this company trying to fly in on his helicopter," and they said, "Absolutely not. That's unsafe. We're shutting down the airspace." I said, "Okay, sorry." Call him back. Say, "Sir, you can't do that."
Wow. Goodness.
Hey, look, you learned a little aviation. Look at that. See?
Yeah.
Who said the 2A community can't take you everywhere?
You know what I mean?
But the cool thing about it is typically when you see stuff of that magnitude with the type of brands that you see there and that kind of stuff, typically the reality is deep down it's typically not owned by us. We just promote it.
Right.
Gotcha.
But the good thing about Pew Party is it's 100%. Like that is 100% me and Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tell you what, you got to understand the magnitude of you putting. I haven't seen anybody else do anything like that. White, black, Chinese, Indian. I have yet to see anything to the magnitude of what you and Jay put together, bro. So what you're doing is you're setting the tone for the inspiration of the generation behind us to actually start to say, you know what? Instead of us going to these events, instead of us hosting these events, like you said, let's own these events. So we got to start somewhere, bro. You are the start. You're the pioneer of that. You and Jay. You know what's crazy? I met Jay through you, and I really didn't understand who Jay was. However, I had seen Jay's Vice back when I used to watch TV, and I had to put two and two together. Like, oh, that's Jay.
That's the same guy.
Yeah. So it's crazy. And again, I wasn't really into it. This is, I like the way that I've grown into the 2A community. I kind of stumbled upon it, and
Yeah.
it's just like, it's, what'd you say, bro? Do everything with attention. So we
Do
go hard to
everything
go
with
home.
intention. Yep.
Yeah.
So look, I got a question for Juan. I got a question. This is my first time meeting you. I got a question. Now, you're from the Caribbean, correct?
I am, yes.
All right. My parents are from the Caribbean. They from Trinidad and Tobago.
Trini.
Yeah, Trini. So I'm curious. What got you into firearms?
That is funny enough. You think I'd have the answer to that question just sit and wait. If I had to look back on it, honestly, so I am not. A lot of people, say they're from the Caribbean, but like I came into the U.S. in my 20s. I was an adult when I came to America. So I lived in the West Indies, up until I was like 25, right?
Got you.
So when I was in the islands, did I have exposure to firearms? Yes. Did I have exposure to firearms in the proper sense? No. So I was always infatuated by firearms. But when I came to the US, the first time I saw firearms for sale, I was buying groceries.
What a combination. Groceries and firearms, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, so my first day in America was boot camp. So I came in, I came in on a military contract, a path to citizenship, right?
Okay.
And so my first day in America was boot camp. I didn't live in America a day before that. So that was my deal with the U.S. government. I served, they give me citizenship, right? So I go to the Marine Corps exchange to get groceries at my first duty station. And I walk in there and I don't know, a lot of men are very mission oriented when they go into a grocery store. They're going directly to what they need, get it, and they out.
Yep.
Goddamn right.
In the corner of my eye, I saw guns on the wall. Right? So immediately I banged to that direction. So I'm literally the guy asking them, what's going on here? Like, what is this? Tell me what's happening, And they tell me, yeah, we sell, we're not like the Navy exchange, we're the Marine Corps exchange, and we sell guns here. Okay, cool. What do I have to do to buy a gun? So they told me at the time I needed an ID. If I have military orders, if I don't have a Virginia ID, I need military orders, and I need also my registration of the car, proof of address, right?
Okay.
So that was a requirement then. It changed later, but that was the requirement then. So I went to my car, looked at it. Again, I just came to get some groceries real quick. And to be honest, I don't have a lot of money. But I think a lot of men who have not been rich can attest to being somewhere where you should not do it, but it's so cool at the moment.
There's a will, there's a way.
There's a will, there's a way.
Financially, you should not be doing this. You know your responsibilities. Now, what is our language limitation here? Are we all the way, or should we limit what we say?
Go for it.
So there is a chemical in your brain called fuck it. And I walked up to that counter with my ID and I bought me a gun. It was a shitty gun, but I bought me a gun.
So
at the time.
So that leads into the question of what brand was it?
It was a Smith & Wesson SD9VE.
Okay.
Gen 1. Very shitty.
But that's your first gun that you own, huh?
That was my first gun.
So that being your first gun, was that your favorite brand?
No. Absolutely not. I don't know anything from them right now.
It's normally how it goes, though. Sometimes.
Not saying that they're not a good brand. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't own anything from them right now.
Right.
So, I go home and I had moved my mother and my little brother here to the US as well.
Okay.
So I go home and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, you remember when your first suppressor got approved?
Man.
That's
Look,
how I
I can hear it in your voice.
Bro.
He's still excited.
I know, right?
That's how excited I was, bro. Like, that shit came in a little blue box, right? I remember that shit. That shit came in a little blue box. And that shit is just my passive. The whole time I'm driving, I'm just looking at that bitch. Like I just bought a fucking key of cocaine and I'm about to be rich.
Oh man.
It ain't stepped on, dig me.
Yo, so I walk into my apartment at the time where my little brother is. My little brother's like 6 years old. And my mother. And on some real shit, I forgot the shit that I came to buy.
Sound about right.
So my
Supposed to have
mom is
milk and
like,
eggs. He had nothing.
my mother's like, where's this? I said, oh shit. I said, I looked at my mother with the same look, like, fuck it, let me tell you what I got. I said, yo, I bought a gun. I said, did you know they sell guns at the Marine Corps Exchange? I brought a gun. My mother said, I don't believe you lying. There's no way you bought a gun. I opened that bitch up. My mother almost ran out the house. My mother said, bring that back. Please bring that back. She said they will deport you.
He said, no, man. I showed my paper. We good.
So what's crazy is I'm like, nah, I'm a citizen now. I'm good. I'm gonna do some jail time.
I know, right?
But nah, so that was my first introduction. Smith & Wesson SD9BE. Definitely didn't brand hard over that.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So do you still have that gun?
I do not.
What?
And I wish I did. I wish I do. I wish I did currently, because again, going back to the reality that, I wasn't made of money. And so in order to acquire anything else, I had to get rid of what I currently had, to put towards that.
Okay.
So
that makes sense.
Any upgrade at the time meant that I had to rid myself of what I already had. And,
gotcha.
And then get into something else. And that was just my circumstance at the time. And I wish I could find. Trust me, I tried. I tried to find it. I went as far as finding the person that bought it.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
And said, like, I was dedicated, because that's a part of my history, and I really wanted.
Were they trying to get 2X for it?
No, I mean they could have. I would have paid it. I ain't gonna lie. But they told me that their son pawned it and lost it.
Oh no! So you don't know where it's at.
Yeah. So and I was even that extra dude who was like, well, can you ask him where he pawned it? Because I was gonna try to go find it.
My man's on a mission. Look, if anybody out there sees this this video and you can try to help him find this thing, please do.
You know what? I might have to put flyers up. With the serial,
like a lost dog fly.
If you got this gun, I'll give you a staccato trade for it.
Oh shit! Hey, say less.
Yeah, they'll definitely do that, probably.
Hey, send me a serial number. I'm gonna go do a case search.
You know what I mean?
I know, right?
That's what's up. So Ken,
you
might as well give us your first time on your gun, your first gun.
So my first gun was a Glock 17 that I actually ended up trading in, and I ended up getting a what was that? A Smith and Wesson Performance Center, and the Smith and Wesson was cool. it was cool, but the front sight kept getting loose, so I
Coming
kept
loose. Yeah, I
tightening it
remember
up,
that.
and it kept coming loose. So I was like, man, you know what, yo, I need to switch to something else. And my man Kenny had a Canic rival. I shot that Canic rival. Now at the time, I haven't really shot a whole bunch of pistols, so I shot
Hmm.
the Canic rival, and I shot the best with that Canic rival that I shot anything else. So I
He
was like,
fell in
God,
love with that joint.
I
He
said,
fell
man,
absolutely in love.
what? I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna need one of these. So I ended up buying one of them, and you know what I mean. I ended up buying several more Canics after that, and you know, Canic is a brand that I like, but you know, I try not to be a brand whore. You know what I mean? I try not to just be on one particular brand. Today, for instance, I went to the range and I did a review on my Springfield Echelon and got some bill drills in with it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like I was you know, I was pretty much on point with my bills, and you know, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. And that's pretty much a Glock 17 clone type of deal, you know what I mean? But I really enjoyed it today. So I try not to be stuck on one brand or the other. You know what I mean? I keep open mind and I try everything. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, my first pistol was a Glock 19, and I still have it. You two guys, I don't understand. You know what, Juan? I give you I give you a bow on yours. You get what I'm saying? You had to do what you had to do. This guy over here, he didn't have to. And you know what, Juan? I want you to let you know, I told him to keep the gun, and he still sold it and traded it in on his own. He didn't even call me because I would have bought the gun. And you know what's happened? I'd have bought the gun, and I'd have 10x his ass to buy it back because I know he would have won it back by now. So
So,
but at least
question: the crypto in his name, is it about like cryptocurrency and stuff?
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
that's
It
Mr.
is.
Crypto right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, you can never tell those guys when not to trade and when not to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. 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 Hey, he ain't
You know
lying.
what? You know what? You are absolutely right.
He is not lying. For real, for real.
You are absolutely right. You know what? My first gun, my Glock 19, I done put a Roni kit on it. I done did a little bit stippling on it. Got it a turn tactical flare magwell. I gave my girl some love. Shame on you, Kendall.
mm, man, I really wish I could find. If I could find that gun, I would keep it in its original state. I
Yeah.
mean, it's so. When I say its original state, like whoever bought it probably doesn't even know that I swapped the trigger spring for a pen spring. You know, like
Mm.
the spring that's in a pen. I mean,
Okay.
that was that. To go back to tell you that was the level of mods that I could afford at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, your boy done come a long way.
Joe, we know. We know.
You know,
Hey Ken,
Yeah.
I tell you what, wait till you get a chance to shoot with this guy and see some of the stuff he around.
Man, I
Matter of
can't
fact,
wait.
hey
I can't
Juan,
wait.
where you on your way to do now? Or can we talk about that?
oh yeah. So I'm about to go pick up some night vision and MP7.
Okay.
You see that? Night vision, just
Okay.
you know how much some of them systems cost, Kendall?
Hey, Juan. So look, I asked him one day. I said, "Yo, because I heard your name once, heard your name twice." I said, "Well, yo, is he a good shooter?" He said, "What?" He said, "Yo, he can shoot his ass off." I said, "Oh, for real?" He said, "Yo, I put him up there with Turn." I said, "God damn, Turn." He said, I put him
I
up there
wouldn't go
with.
that far now.
Nah, bro. Nah,
Hey,
bro. Hey,
hey,
bro.
look,
You
hey,
going through that woods without them sights on that gun? I don't want to hear it, Juan.
hey, Juan. All I got to say is, my man talked you up there. You was like right under God. So I was like, all right, I got to shoot with this dude. I got to shoot with
I,
this
I,
dude.
I would put me, along with like Kevin Hart from Ride Along.
Okay.
Oh Lord, man. Hey, look,
uh,
Soji. That's his folks.
okay.
She can shoot her butt off, and you know who
Okay.
taught her? Him.
Juan. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, we definitely got to set something up, man. Definitely, because I know we can learn some stuff from you. I know, I just want to shoot with you. You know what I mean? Hey, they say
Yeah.
great just rubs off on people. You know what I mean?
Man, you ain't
I
lying.
love to shoot now. You don't ever have to fight me to shoot.
Okay.
You know, you know,
Hey, Ken, he like us.
Okay.
you know, you don't ever gotta fight me to shoot. I love me some shooting. I shoot damn near every day.
Nice. Okay, we
He,
had to
he
get up.
ain't.
So
He
it
not
sounds like we
lying,
just
yo.
we had to pick a date that's open with that. You know, a date that you have open. You know what I mean? We could just make that happen in the future. So that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
so Juan, what is your favorite brand? Your favorite 2A. What is your favorite 2A toy?
I don't know that I have a favorite brand.
Good.
Fortunately, you know, I have quite a diverse inventory, so um, I I don't know that I have a favorite brand. I know that I enjoy shooting suppressed.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
enjoy shooting suppressed
Yes,
just
sir.
because you know you can keep things. I've been through a lot of situations where the noise you make becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I can dig it.
And so I like shooting suppressed. I don't like I hate to admit it, but I don't like you know the dude who pulls out a fucking short barrel rifle with a big ass comp on it, unsuppressed, in an indoor range next to you, and just
Yeah, that's Kenny.
shaking your bones every time he shoot his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Juan, sorry, you can't see my hand up, but
Disrespectful mofo.
you,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, look, Juan, and I got cherry bombs on mine because I do shoot suppressed, but when I don't, so you already know what that sound like.
Fucking like stirring up your arthritis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
And they
look, I
always
only
put
do
the
it.
pistol guys next to the guy with the AR or
Yeah,
the
look, I only
flag
do it
gun.
every now and then. Every now you got to hear that boom therapy, just a little boom. See,
No.
I'm a DJ too, so them lows just hit you a little different. So sometimes I
So
got to hear that concussion.
it's actually funny because there's like a double standard to that too, because there's a beautiful thing about shooting a big ass, gun off the sword, full auto with a big ass brakes. There's a certain level of of enjoyment in that, that shit just gonna and your
Yeah,
chest
see,
shaking.
yeah, you got to do it outside though. Man, shooting them joints
Yeah.
inside, I do understand what you mean by that. I remember one time we were shooting, we were at the end, and I saw the wall shaking. That's just boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn, that's me. Goddamn wall was like this. I'm like, damn.
Man.
So you don't have a favorite brand, huh? So that's good. So what is your thoughts about brand whoreism?
I can see why it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? I can see why it's a thing. A lot of people invest a lot of their money in things. So, just like any investment, people tend to have emotional attachments to investments that they make.
That's true.
I guess you could probably say, fortunately, now at, where I'm at, a lot of times I get in a lot of product that I didn't even ask for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't really have much emotional connection to them. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like I would to my first gun that I put sweat and tears into buying. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So I have a little bit of a disconnect because of my perspective. It's like, I get notified that I have guns. I'm like, who sent me a gun? I don't even know who sent me a gun.
It must be nice.
I know, right?
or suppressors. Funny enough, I spoke with Soji last night, and I said, you got another. Oh man, I missed my exit. You got another. I said, you got another gun in. I was just informed that you have 2 guns waiting on you. And she goes, who sent me a gun? And I'm like, first world problems.
Oh man.
I tell you what, Look, I can't wait to have those problems.
Man, who you
Yeah,
telling?
man.
Who you? That's a good.
So,
Hey, that's a good problem to have. That
I
is
so
a
tell
she
you
good
got
what.
a
problem to have.
she got an X5 Legion in.
Oh, wow.
Um, she got an X5 Legion in that she'll be, using for competitions and stuff.
Oh,
And
okay.
but I always, also reiterate that a lot of people will say, well, you get guns for free. No, you don't. You know,
No, it's
you
not
know,
free. You got to put the work
I,
into it.
I work my ass off to get that gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ain't nothing for free.
Yep.
Nothing in this world is free.
Yep.
No, it ain't. Hell, the air ain't even free, really.
Man. What? So yo, if I had to say my favorite brand, right? I'm a Go Canic. So I do
Hmm.
Canic is my favorite brand. And piggybacking what Juan just said, um, it's an emotional attachment there because that's the pistol that I initially shot best with, right?
Hmm.
And then buying, 5 or 6 of them and putting in the work with them, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It just becomes your favorite. For instance, I drive Lexuses. I've been
Mhm.
buying Lexuses for the past 7 years, or whatever it is, and I just only buy Lexuses now, right? So
Yep.
same thing. Look, Android, Apple, right?
Yep.
Downy fabric softener, right? But I will say this. I will say this. I am extremely open minded. I'm extremely open minded. I became open minded over the past 8 months or so. And
Mm.
like I told Kenny, I'm like, yo, we are really in the golden era of firearms.
It
There are
really is, bro.
what?
Yeah.
There are so many manufacturers that make quality, reliable pistols and
Hmm.
rifles, right? Like, yo, you can just take your pick. You don't in this time, you don't have to be a brand whore, right? Because
No,
you have so much now. You just need to open your mind up and you need to start trying out everything because you're gonna find that there are a number of different firearms that's gonna take you to the same place. Might even take you quicker. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
you made a point, about you being buying Lexuses for so long.
mm,
Um, Before I had, the privileges that I have now, I would say that I used to be a Glock guy,
got
right?
you,
I used to be a Glock guy, and I still carry a Glock.
got you,
That's probably changing here soon for the first time, and that's probably changing here soon.
got you.
Um, but I used to be a Glock guy, and but with anything, when you talk about this is better and this is that, 90% of people out there make these claims without having a diverse experience,
That's
Exactly.
true.
right?
That's
I
absolutely
agree.
Um,
true.
I agree.
be- because that's all they really have experience with. Even if you may have shot something else, you don't have a committed experience with another platform.
Exactly.
So, a lot of is no different than, somebody saying, you saying Lexus is the best, but you've only been buying Lexuses. You know that doesn't really add up.
Hmm.
Or um, for even, and this may be a controversial spin on it, but even I hear a lot of guys say, well, this type of woman is the best, but you've been dating that type of woman all your life. You ain't never
Hey,
tried
yo,
another type.
I
You know
swear
what
to
I'm saying?
beans.
Like,
When he was
you know,
making his last point, my mind went to women. I was actually about to say that. I was about to
yeah,
say that. Juan, we
you know
here,
what I'm
yo.
saying?
We here,
You
Juan.
ain't tried, bro. You ain't tried the other side.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
But you saying this side is better.
Exactly.
So you don't know shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I totally agree with that, man. You got to open your mind up and really get out there and really start trying different firearms before you can just we got a couple dudes in our club,
Oh Lord.
and
Oh.
my guy Mr. Chad, Mr. Sig, he's
Oh
Yep.
he's
God.
literally he's literally a Sig salesman. Now I will
Well,
say this.
disclaimer. disclaimer, a PSA to everyone: if you're married, don't go trying a whole bunch of women. Stick.
Exactly, right?
That one is that one you got is the best. Just let's
There
just
you
leave
go.
it
There you go. And you don't need to try all 31 flavors. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hey, look, I'm glad you cleaned that up.
Don't do it off of my recommendation.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yikes.
So he's a thick salesman, man. And I will say this: I don't have a lot of experience with shooting SIGs.
Mhm.
I shot a couple of his firearms, and I like the way they shoot. Right, the ones he had a P365 comp that shot pretty well. I was shooting that. And like I said, it's just a good idea to just be open minded and try a number of different. Don't just stay in the box.
I am not gonna lie. I was a dead shot Glock guy, and not just that. I was also a Glock guy who could really perform with my Glock. You know what I'm saying?
You. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
he could run through the woods with no sights on
no
it
sights,
and hitting every damn target. That's what I'm saying. That dude talking about he ain't good as turn tactical. Turn butler. I don't know what he's talking about.
So I could really perform with my with my Glocks, right? And so I would always, you become a brand whore and you say, Glock is the best. Glock is the best. And you get caught up in this thing. And then at least some people have the level of integrity and intelligence to admit when you shoot something that just kind of felt better to you. And I'll be honest, I really hated on the SIG P320 line for a long time.
Got you.
Is that the line that was shooting by itself?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, and I would definitely let people know that. I'd be like, unless you have a SIG, And then what changed now I have an X5 Legion that I enjoy, right? And what changed my mind on that is one time I popped in on this competition that was happening. I didn't pop in to do the competition. I was just told, oh, they're running a competition back there. Check it out. So I go back there and I check it out. I walk in, and because people know me, them motherfuckers go, "You want to shoot it?" So I go. Well, I don't really have a gun for that. I was just kind of walking through.
Yeah.
And this guy said, "Use my gun." So I'm like, all right, cool. He gave me a couple mags. Boom, boom. I cleaned that bitch out. I mean, I had never shot this dude's gun before. When that buzzer went off, the fastest person for that stage, I gapped him.
Goodness.
Yikes.
With this dude's gun, right? With flip-flops on. And I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
That might have left an impression on them, but it left as big as an impression on me as well. I was like, "Yo, that gun is fire!" And you ever seen the meme that goes, "This was the moment he knew."
Yep.
That was the moment I knew a SIG, a P3. Like next day, I was all trying to be, all sneaky about it in the store, just looking at them bitch.
Let me just go look at one, see what it look like, right?
Asking, they're acting like I just noticed it, in the glass. I'm like, oh, what is that? Tell me about it.
The whole time he done ran the hell out of one.
I know, right?
Knowing damn well I pulled into this parking lot looking for this bitch.
Oh man. I think David got one. Is that what he had, Ken?
Yeah, that's what David had. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what was that the one that had the shiny coating?
Mm-hmm.
Or what was, yeah, see that, you know what? I shot the joint and I was like, this ain't bad. This ain't bad at all.
Yeah, it ain't
good. Bad. I don't think we got it on camera. I wish I would have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Before that gun came out, prior to that, your high-level shooters that were running guns that were under $1,000 were typically Glock 34 guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right? those guys who could really, really clean up, but they still were running a setup that was under $1,000. Because you got two ends of the spectrum. You got some really high performing shooters who are running some really high cost weapons, Atlases and freaking aliens and all that stuff. And then you have the guys who are running tricked out, Honda Civics.
Hey, them VTECs, man. You ever seen a Honda Civic beat like a goddamn Mustang? Bro, I don't know what type of crack they put in these damn, man. I get to see a Honda going up the list.
They typically don't have the hood installed.
Hey, man, that's bad. When you see that, it's like, you know what? Nah, let's go ahead and go ahead and run that Hellcat Demon thing. You ain't racing my shit. You ain't making me look like some idiot out here. You got a Honda, two-door Honda Accord hatchback with the fat tires up front. Nah, you ain't doing that shit to me. I'm a race like I got some sense of myself.
Since the release of that gun, though, if you pay attention, you'll see that a lot of high-level shooters, grandmasters and masters and all that stuff in the competitive realm are running this X5 Legion.
Okay.
Them shits got a lot of championships on their belt.
Okay.
That's crazy. Legion. You know what? The first time I actually did any type of competition shoot was up at AGC in Millersville. And this is when I had my Canic. I still do, and I still shoot it. I still run the Canic. With a lot of the competition shoots that we do was still shoot. And out to my surprise, I'm like, I did my homework on Canics. Canic was the low budget and this and that and that and this. But I'm like, no, I like it. I shoot good with it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Man, I roll up in there. To my surprise, a lot of people had Canics. They had the Rivals. They had the Mete Pros and all that stuff. I was like, I fit right in here. So, yeah, so I definitely understand that whole brand whoreism type deal. And I got to tell people all the time, absolutely, I am a Glock guy. I am not a Glock fanboy. I am a Glock guy. I am a fan of Glock. I am not a Glock fanboy. And, of course, my pistol collection shows that because I have a multitude of firearms, pistols. Funny thing about it is the CZ Shadow Compact 2 is really working its way up to my top 3 favorite guns. It's really she really warming up to me. She got a little special place right there for me.
Oh yeah, the shadow line that's a shooter right there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a shooter. That will make you look good in front of your friends.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I promise, it's the gun. It's not me. What's the mean? How much it cost? They gave it to me. How much did it cost? They gave it to me.
Man, what's crazy is that was a meme, but they're basically they gave it to me concept. Let me turn this car up. I made it. I kind of made it to my destination.
Well, I'm glad you made it safe, man.
Hell yeah.
They gave it to me concept is actually a real thing for me now. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like,
he said it's
I'm over here like, really? They gave
it to me. Like, no, for real. I had to go pick it up.
Man, I'm gonna have to start looking at them X5 Legions. Like seriously, man. I had to start really looking at them.
Yep.
That way.
So, like, what's the? I need to look up the cost of those things. How much those X5 Legions cost?
Think about it. I don't know the exact number of what they cost, but I know that you can get them for sub 1,000.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Depending on your state, y'all. If y'all are Marylanders, if you're a DMV, typically y'all prices are a little higher because y'all got more money than us. You know what I'm saying? So, they don't tax the poor; they tax y'all.
Oh shit.
Unfortunately,
where you located, Juan?
Virginia Beach.
Oh, you ain't that far. Well, yeah, a few hours, but
Yeah,
a few hours.
Okay,
that ain't nothing though.
Yep. So if you just get on the socioeconomical status and go down, that you'll get us. Just go down that road.
Go down that road.
We're at the end of it.
So where does Glock still stay in your heart? Is it still at least like number 2, number 3? Where's it at?
I don't know that I've ranked it, but I know that I consider it to be a good go-to for, for people getting into it. It's a good standard. Um, I think that currently it can be considered a little dated, just because of features that are offered in a lot more in other platforms right out the box.
Yeah, bro, talk about that all the time.
Modularity, for example, in other platforms. The first time I bought a 365 was because I was still in the military, and I was going on a military plane to another state, and that state wasn't really friendly towards my type of stuff, and I couldn't just take my firearm on the military plane either. So I bought a 365. I took the FCU out, and I flew with the FCU on the plane, and I shipped the rest to my next location.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that modularity right there is golden.
Mm-hmm.
Because technically, I didn't ship a firearm in the mail. I shipped parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% legal.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I flew with what was considered the firearm.
Gotcha.
You know what's crazy? If you haven't seen any of his videos when he flies, man, they are absolutely entertaining. They absolutely are. Yeah. So if you ever need assistance on how to fly, he actually what's the thing? Drop the tag that you
Yeah, it's a P policies tag.
Yeah, the
So it's
P
the P
policy tag.
policies. So
Okay.
basically,
Hold
even that little tidbit that I just shared about being able to fly with the FCU and then ship the rest of it to you, that is it right there.
Oh, okay.
So you attach that to your case, and then if you when you pull it up, it'll pull up all the rules for flying with firearms per each individual airline, and TSA also has a state by state reciprocity map on there, and then so you can know if you're good to go to carry concealed there, and then also has NFA travel form. So if you have NFA items and you're moving around, you can fill out the form and be within compliance.
Nice.
There's nobody else offers this. Nobody else.
So
Nobody else.
anything that basically a one-stop shop guide to moving around with this, especially when you have our new brothers and sisters getting into firearms, and they don't know how to navigate it on their own. And a lot of times when we try to navigate it on our own, we automatically pull ourselves in the wrong direction because we don't have guidance.
Yeah, we missed
And
a
we
step or
think
two.
we take logic from other aspects of our lives and try to apply it here, and it doesn't. It doesn't cross pollinate. So it's just just a guide. Even like say you have family members, cousins, nephews, uncles, whatever, and they see what you're doing, and now they're inspired to get into guns. This is a good gift to give them to attach to their gun case because it's going to guide them on how to move around with this thing.
Makes sense.
And I'm expanding what's in there as well. Pretty soon we'll be having also concealed carry insurance on there as well.
Nice.
So
that's what I'm talking. You see what I mean, Ken? That's what I'm talking about. Stuff for us, by us. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
So, and the organization that I'm working with on that, unlike some of its competitors, when you get into a situation and you call that number, a lawyer picks up the phone.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're not talking to some receptionist, and because what that gives you when a lawyer answers the phone is now you have attorney-client privilege right out the gate. Anything you say is protected and cannot be summoned.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
You ain't talking to the manager of the Taco Bell. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. So you talking to head honcho.
You know what I mean?
Honcho.
Nice.
So like y'all say, brand whoreism. If you are a brand whore, just free your mind and the rest will follow. Go to your local range and rent something different that you've seen on the internet. Hell, go shoot a high point. A lot of people don't like high points just because they're ugly. They are ugly as hell. But you'd be surprised. They actually might shoot better than what you might think.
And contrary to popular belief, ugly guns and whores need love too. Somebody got to
There
send
you
it.
go.
Hey, look, somebody got to do it, but it ain't gonna
Yeah.
be me. I tell you that
God,
much.
God made simps for a reason. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
somebody
So,
for everybody.
And you
yeah.
ain't lying. Hey, there's a
Somebody for
video out
everybody.
there. Well, one of the dudes, I guess it was his uncle. He said, "Shit, I
Uh-huh.
keep that file on me." Pour this big ass, ugly ass high point out, talking about shit. I'm like, you know what? He's strapped. Hey, my man's strapped. That's all that matters.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Hey, that 9mm gonna hurt the same out of that high point versus to come out of a Glock. So it don't
There you
matter.
go.
That's-
There you go.
It's still gonna be hot.
It's still gonna be hot.
Well,
Still gonna be
gentlemen,
hot.
I'm going to have to depart. I've made it to my destination, but it was a pleasure speaking with you guys. And
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
please let me know if I can join you guys for another one.
Oh
Absolutely.
man, look,
We
you
appreciate
so
you coming on, brother.
Okay. Thank
hey,
you.
let us know about the next few party because we're gonna promote it. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be on
Yes,
the
sir.
ticket. Hey, if you got spaceships coming next time, look, just put my ticket to the side because you already know it's paid for. I
Yeah,
don't care.
Elon told me he's a little bit busy with cutting funding and shit. So, but
With SpaceX.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. But we'll definitely keep you guys posted. And again, for all the viewers, if you have people that you care about that you're influencing to get into the space, consider getting them a tag as a gift because it's gonna help them guide them to stay within the parameters that the law has provided for us.
Hey, look, Juan, do me a favor. Send me
Yeah.
the link to purchase because what I do
Yeah.
is I'll tag it in this video and
Okay.
we go from there. All right.
Sounds like a plan. All right, brothers.
All right,
Hey,
brother.
I
Take it
appreciate your
easy.
time, bro, and I'm glad you
Yes,
made it
sir.
safe.
Have a good
Just
one.
I hit you up later on so we can find some range time because we
All
we,
right.
we want to shoot and tell Jay to holler at me about that PDS, bro.
Okay. All right, bet.
All right, bro.
All right,
All
y'all
right,
have a good
Juan.
one.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yo.
yeah,
I
you
think
heard
that's
you heard it from the goat himself. So brand whoreism is we gonna have to cut that one.
hey yo. but but definitely, guys, definitely keep
Yeah,
an open mind, man. Because like I said, everything was canic, this, canic, that. I started buying other brands, and it just opens your mind up, and like you said, you start shooting other firearms, and you're like, oh, hold up, hold up, this shoots a little smoother, right? Shoots a little smoother, man. I don't know, you know what I mean? And and like honestly, we are in the golden age of firearms. So you just really need. Kenny gave the best advice. Go to your local range and try every brand you could think of. From Smith and
absolutely.
Wesson to Glock to Sig to Canic to HK to whatever. Try them out, see what you like, and take it from there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I meant to ask him what he like about the 1911 platform, but that'd be another conversation for another day.
There you go. We say that for
So,
another day.
so,
Mhm.
so, do you prefer the 1911 versus the Striker Fire?
So it's crazy. I don't think I prefer one over the other.
Okay,
Um, I think when I shoot my 1911, that bull barrel, the ports, it's definitely flatter. You can feel the difference, right? You
right,
can feel the difference, but you still have to. It's still fundamentals that you still got to follow. You still got to have a good grip. You still got to make sure that you're fundamentally sound when you're shooting it.
right,
However, you can let off shots a tad bit quicker, right? But when I shoot, and I think it's because I've been shooting my Canic Rival for so long, and I've been shooting those Canics for so long, and then I have them ported as well. I feel as though I can shoot almost as fast, maybe not as fast, but almost as fast. And so I like both of them. I can't choose one over the other. I like both of them.
there
I
we
like
go.
both.
No, 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 no fan horism. I got you.
I like both of them joints, man. I shot that freaking sprint that echelon today, yo,
It felt
and
good.
it felt really good. The only thing is, I think I told you I took the dot off yesterday, so I took the
Hmm.
dot off of it, and I think the front sight may need to be zeroed a little bit. So I wasn't really super accurate at 15 yards. I hit in the area that I wanted to hit, but I wasn't super accurate.
Not as much as you would like to be.
Exactly, not as much as I would like to be, but them bill drills, man. It just felt really good. And that trigger, it really doesn't have any take up, but that trigger pull is pretty heavy. But it felt good doing them bill drills. Like it felt really good, right? I think I did about six of them, five of them, six of them a day. And the
Okay,
fastest time I got today was a 2.15. And I felt
that
as
ain't
though,
bad. That
yeah,
ain't
it was
bad at all.
not bad. And I felt as though I could have, if had I kept working, I felt as though I was,
You could have got a little faster.
I felt as though I could have got a little faster. So to be continued.
There you go. I'm about to
Hmm.
say, look, this is like anything we do. You just got to put the work in. That's
That's
it.
it. That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
And
it.
look, and again, we're being hypercritical versus a 2.15 versus a 2.6. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? It's 4/10 of a second.
Yep.
4/10 of a second.
Yep.
And that's we worked that hard to get to that point. So it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? You got to put the work in. You heard
I got
Juan say it, you got to put the work in. He don't get free guns.
exactly
he's
right.
he's reaping the benefits of the work that he put in to get to where
Exactly.
he's at. So
And I'm
yeah.
trying to shoot without front sights. Shit.
No, it
Ain't
was no
there
sights. It
yet.
wasn't front
So
sights. It was no sights, my
that's what I
guy.
meant to say. My bad. That's what I meant to say. No
Yeah,
sights. You
no
know what I
sights.
mean?
And
Goodness gracious.
you saw the video, and it's all on videos, captured on videos. I mean, you can't. Ain't no editing that joint. My
Yeah,
man just
yeah.
getting it in too. I'm about
Yes,
to say, how
sir.
the hell would you edit the front sights? Or how would you edit the sights off a gun? Period.
I don't know. Magic.
You wouldn't be able to. I don't think
No,
AI
right.
they. I don't think AI that good yet.
Man.
And this
Heck
is
no.
pre AI.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly. So yo,
so
let me ask you a question, yo. Let
yeah,
me ask you a question. I know you said you're a fan of Glock.
yes, I am.
What have you shot that you feel as though is comparable, or if not comparable, above your Glock experience? Because I know you've got several Glocks. You got the
So
45, you got the 19, right?
yeah,
So
so what gave me my moment? So what gave me my first moment was like the Canic
okay.
rival.
Hmm.
So me shooting that Canic rival, it was like, damn, this is nice. So
Hmm.
this is just before you and I really started going to the range like we so heavy. So I
Yeah, yeah,
started getting my working with the Canic, and I started to build up my confidence to be at the range and shooting it. So from
yeah.
there, it was the Canic.
Okay.
So I was Canic. I still had the 19. You know, the 19 was really just really for concealment and it's for carry. It wasn't
Hmm.
really for anything else. I never even thought about pushing that 19 anywhere else.
Gotcha.
But one day somebody came in with a 19X, and I had never seen a 19X. I didn't know what the hell a 19X was. I didn't
Hmm.
even realize what a 19X was until after I purchased it and started shooting it. I
Gotcha.
had no idea that what the features of it was. I'm thinking 19, and they say 19X. I thought it was just the color,
Hmm.
because the 19X is tan. So I'm like,
Hmm.
well, I got a 19 already. I said, I'm just buy another gun. So I shot the 19X. I couldn't tell you what I liked about the 19X, but
Gotcha.
it felt good. I'm like, you
Okay.
know what? I want a new carry gun. I want a fresh carry gun. So let me go ahead and get it. So
Mm,
I upgraded my carry gun to the 19X, put the 19 away. And then somebody came in with a 43X, and it was
mm,
compact, and it was,
mm.
more concealable. So I'm like, well, fuck it. I have two carry guns. Why not? So that's what it came in the 43X, but not realizing that the 19X was actually it was a different gun. It was not a 19. It was a
Hmm.
19X.
Gotcha.
It was a specific made trigger for that platform, and the reason is a 19X is basically the 19 upper and the 17 lower. So
Hmm.
you had a full frame. So it for me it was comfortable. I'm like,
Hmm.
aha, that's what it is. So you got the full frame lower, you got the upgraded trigger, and then you have the 19 upper. So which
Yeah.
made it a all in one package, which was
Gotcha.
actually nice.
Gotcha.
So then comes the G45. My first G45 I got for a fucking steal. You
Okay.
understand? It came with a optic on already, a Holison, and I think I got it for $500, $499 with the optic on it. And I'm like,
Nice.
you know what? I like the 19X. I don't want to do nothing to it because I was actually contemplating getting the 19X cut for optics.
Gotcha.
And by the time you do that, you buy optic, you get it cut. It's like $400 anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, extra $100. I got an optic on it already, and I got
Mhm.
another gun. Shit, win-win. I said, go
Exactly.
on, give me that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I guess I fell in love with the G45 because I feel like I yielded some of my best results with the G45.
Gotcha.
So the Canic and the Glock went hand to hand for me.
Gotcha.
And then came that damn CZ.
And then came that CZ,
God
aka
damn it.
Mrs.
Mm,
Sexy. Okay.
Mrs. Sexy.
Okay.
Then came that CZ. I shot with Wayne's CZ. I shot that joint. I took 3 shots. I had to put it down. Say, you son of a bitch. I said, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to buy any more guns. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, that CZ put it on you, yo.
Yeah, it did.
CZ
Yeah,
definitely
it
put it
really
on
did.
you. But
Yeah.
you know what?
So
She is a really nice shooting pistol.
it
Like
really
those,
is.
I've never shot in the full size CZ,
I,
but
I have. I
have you?
have. And it's nice.
Okay,
It's
okay.
nice. Hmm.
Is it just a smoother shot or is it just a softer
You
felt
know
grip?
what? I tell you what, is you definitely know it's for competition.
Okay,
If I really wanted to get into competition, I probably would err on the side of buying that joint.
okay,
Um, if it would be either so it would be the Rival S first,
uh-huh,
the CZ second, then
okay.
my Gucci Glock.
In that
So
order?
it would be in those order. Yep, that's what it would
Okay,
be.
okay,
Yeah. So
okay. So that order that you just named, was that 3, 2, 1 or was that 1, 2, 3?
1, 2, 3. It would
Okay,
that Rival S will be my number one for competition shoot.
got you, got you,
Yep,
got you.
definitely.
Okay, okay. Shoot, I was even pondering. I'm like, yo, I like to port a lot of stuff, but I was like,
Yeah,
I can only
Mr. Port
imagine.
Winfrey. Remember
I
that. That's
can,
his second name, Mr. Port Winfrey.
I can only
Mr.
imagine
Port.
how that steel rival with a chunk port at the end of it would feel. I can only imagine.
Sadly, you got me thinking about it. Sadly, you do.
I can only imagine, yo. Yo, I know that thing would be so flat, yo. It's already flat, but I
Yeah,
can imagine it just being super stupid
super.
flat. I mean, stupid flat. You know what I mean? So
Anybody out there got a Rival S that's ported? If you do, drop us a
yeah,
comment and let us know.
drop
Yeah,
a picture in the comment section. We want to
yeah,
see that.
or link a video to where we can see how that joint shoot. Or hell,
Mm-hmm.
if you're in the Baltimore area, link up with us so we can check it out for ourselves. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why the heck not? But yeah, I think that'll be a good I think that'll be a good marriage, yo. And you're gonna
You
keep it
are
iron or you're gonna put a dot on it.
Nah, I'm gonna keep that joint iron.
Okay, okay.
I genuinely enjoy shoot that joint iron. I really do.
Got you. Got you.
I'm about to say everything else I got sticks on it. So and
Got
plus
you.
I want to keep that skill set sharp too. So
Got you.
I enjoy shooting that joint iron. I'm about to say
Got
they
you.
got it set up so nice to where it's almost like you can't fail.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? If you
Got
got the
you.
good fundamentals down, you can't fail with the joint.
Got you. Got you.
So
I can dig it,
hell
man.
yeah. What about you? What's for you?
You know what? Honestly, I think the next thing I'm gonna do is my MC9. I'm thinking about putting a port on that, putting a chunk port on that. So it's gonna be between the MC. I just need to get around to, it's kind of mental laziness because I was supposed to drop a pistol off with Elliot not too long ago, about
Hmm.
2 months ago, and just never
Shout
did.
out to Elliot
Shout out
always.
to my man Elliot, Drop Mag Society. But
Yep.
I was gonna drop off my Mete, and I talked to him and everything, and then I had something come up that day, and I just never made it out there. But
Right.
the Mete and the MC9. Well, the MC9 is the Mete, but those two are two that I'm thinking about putting ports on. And I would just put a chunk port.
You talking about thinking about it. You know you're gonna do it, so it's
I'm,
just a
I'm gonna do
matter
it.
of
I'm gonna
time.
do
And
it.
yeah,
I'm gonna do it. Put a chunk port on the MC9, and then do the same thing with the Mete. And I actually took that dot off of the Springfield, so I think I'm thinking about putting that dot on the Mete. So not too sure if I'm gonna do it yet or not, but I'm thinking about putting the dot on the Mete.
I know you can't wait till that Prime come out.
Man, you already know. Already know. Like I just like the way it's set up already. I already know how it's gonna shoot.
Right.
We already know how it's gonna shoot. It's gonna perform like that L that we shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be flatter because you got that longer barrel, and then
it's ported.
You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So it should shoot a little bit flatter. So yeah.
I'm curious to get it in my hands. I'm curious to see what it feel like. All that stuff. I like it. It looks like it's going to be pleasantly pleasing.
Yeah, and then it's gonna run. Look at the trigger. It's pretty much the rival trigger.
Yeah.
You can run it really fast.
I tell you what, they realized that they got a goddamn good trigger, boy, and they
Yeah.
built on that joint. They really did.
Yeah.
They really did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I'm trying to think like what other manufacturers have great triggers out the box. I know Walther has a great trigger out the box, especially with that performance trigger.
Mm-hmm. I guess your newfound love. Oh, my bad. The shadow systems.
Yeah. They got a good system. I mean, they got a good trigger out the box. You know what I mean? But yeah. You know what? And I gotta get up with what you call it, who just bought the CR. God damn it. Dirk. I gotta get up with Dirk, yo. Because I want to shoot that joint. I've been looking at the full size, the XR 920p.
Mm-hmm.
I like that joint. But I wanna shoot Derek's on just to get a good feel of that of the carry.
I'll tell you what, the couple shots that I got on it that day when we was breaking in, and anybody that buy that joint, when they say it's a break-in period, trust me, it is a break-in period. Do not get frustrated with it. Because Dark can tell you, he was getting ready to turn that shit back in. And look, shout out to Nigel, because he's like, no, brother. It's the 200 shot break-in period. And Nigel broke that joint in, and that joint run from my understanding. So
yeah. I think I shot like 6 shots. It felt good when I shot it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to get more shots to really get a good feel of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. To get into it.
Exactly.
Get into it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what's your next pistol you're buying?
My next pistol? That's a good question. So
what you got your eyes on?
The MC9 Prime, obvious. You know what I mean? That's one.
That's going without saying, right?
Like you said, it might not be here until July, August or so.
Yeah, good old Merlin.
You know what I mean? Right now I'm just taking it easy, yo. I'm taking it one step at a time. And if that MC9, Prime is available sooner than later, then that'll be the next one. But right now I'm taking it easy, yo. I got my problem is I honestly don't shoot everything that I have currently. So now I got this Springfield, and I just shot it today, and it felt good. For whatever, it might be the grip angle or that Glock grip angle, but as soon as I presented it in my bill, it seemed like it was right there, like it hit where it was supposed to hit. So I've worked my way up with a Canic to do that, but like my first time doing it, it was just right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, got me thinking a little bit, and I'm like, all right, you know what? That was your first time doing it. Let's do it again. Let's take it back out. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do it again. And so I got to start shooting what I got, man. There's a lot of stuff it's stuff that I have that I really don't give a whole lot of play to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm guilty too. Look, it is what it is. I'm about to say, when I first got the CZ, it stayed in the case more than anything else. It was crazy is I shot it shot somebody else's, fell in love, did the same work to my joint, and I wasn't so much in love with it. And then after a while, like, yo, actually, I think I'm back in love with it. And that's because I just took it out and I had to, I guess, break mine in a little bit too, because mine was fresh.
Yeah.
And then once we put damn near 1,000 rounds to it, now she don't work their way up to the top 5.
Now she broke in. Nah, I can dig it. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing with that echelon. I'm at the break in. You know what I mean?
And I understand, because it was a lot of hype with the echelon too. It for me, off the back, it didn't perform like the hype was for me. And I'm
I
not
was
saying no.
yeah,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I was disappointed too because you know, I purchased it and it's my fault. You know what I mean? I purchased it based off of the hype.
Yeah,
And when
yeah,
I got it, I was like, oh man, I don't really care for this joint too much.
yeah. You live and you learn,
However,
right?
however, when I initially shot it with the iron sights, you know, it was pretty good. I'm shooting it. I'm like, all right, cool. The trigger didn't feel as good as you know, as mechanics, but you know, what I mean, I'm like, yo, I can get with this. But I think I messed up. I think it was definitely user error when I put that optic on there,
Mm-hmm.
and we couldn't get consistent groups. I'm like, hold up, yo, what is really going on? And I think that optic, because you got those two pins, I think the two pins are for the RMR setup.
Okay.
I popped the two pins out, and then I bought a plate for it, put the plate on it, and put the optic on it. So I'm under the, you know what I mean, under the mindset that, or under the assumption like, yo, it just probably kept moving and it was never
You just didn't
actually
realize
really,
it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. You live and you learn. But I was
Mm-hmm.
disappointed. But like I said, took it in today. I felt good today, so I'm optimistic. I'm like, all right,
Okay.
let me keep on rolling with it. Let me see what I can get out of it.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean?
That's what it's
Yeah.
about. Look, get back on a horse and get back into the game, right?
That's it.
There
That's
you
it. That's
go.
all.
Hell yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Well, shoot. What you got to say to the people?
Well, yo, we got we got a nice video coming this Friday. Got a nice video
Mm-hmm.
coming this Friday. We got range reviews, so we just did a range review on Mainline in
Mm-hmm.
Pennsylvania. We got more to come. I just found out it's a black owned range in Hagerstown. So
Mm-hmm. I told you that's Sully and them folks. That's MD Arsenal.
there
So
you go.
I had a chance, and you know what's crazy? I met them at Q Party.
Okay. So we
Yeah,
gotta
so
go
we
there.
already got a little. I got a relationship with the owner.
That's
I
what's
think I
up.
got some pictures of stuff too. So again, we just gotta go up there, do some content up there. He's actually looking for us to come. He's looking forward to us coming up there and doing some content up at his place. So you know, we already down for it. So you know what I'm saying?
There you go. So yo, we got a lot in store. So like I said, just tune in, yo. We got a lot in store. We're gonna be going to different ranges, different competitions. We're gonna be holding some of our own events. So,
Yes.
yo, we got a jam-packed 2025 in store for y'all.
Yeah. All right, well, shit, let's give him a little bit of an outro. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
What you got to say to him?
Crypto Ken,
Backpack Kenny.
like, share, and subscribe.
Subscribe, baby.
Please, like, yo, we have 1,500 subs, almost at 1,600 subs. We want to get to 2,000 subs expeditiously. We want to get to 10,000 subs expeditiously, right?
Intentionally.
You know what I mean? So please share the content. It's not too many folks in the state of Maryland doing what we do. It's not too many folks
the way we do it.
doing it. We got our own little unique style. You know what I mean? So yo, like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch up with y'all in the very next video.
Yep. Be more calculated.
Our way.
Our way. Peace, guys.
Peace, y'all.